Okay, we are back for session 27A. I'm going to say it's 27A because that makes sense to me. Um, so the quick recap for last session. Uh, Basically, Teresa did her best to get killed by some zombies without realizing that that was what was going to be happening. Everybody dealt with those zombies, and I think Teresa now has a burnt orchid from the yellow musk creeper that caused them all to exist. A couple people talked to all of the birds flying around Nangalore a bit. Um, I think Teresa got a whole bunch of little lore bits from the central area, but right as everybody was joining the central area, Velnice had her familiar give Zalcore, the exiled queen here in Nangalore, a pamphlet of Mephistopheles, which Zalcore showed no interest in. Velnice felt mortally insulted by this, went over to challenge Zalcore, and everybody else decided that that was not something they wanted to be involved in, and Zalcore pretty much slowly executed Velnice. And that is where we start. Any questions or anything before we get into it?
Nope.
Nope.
Cool. So, um, the setting right now is,
One other thing. I'm sorry, I do have a question.
yeah.
How long has it been, and am I still charmed?
So you're still charmed. You're still charmed for probably about 50 minutes, um, given the amount of time that
Couldn't she
elapsed.
have died slower? Jesus.
You can still do whatever you want. You're just charmed by all the birds and Zelcore herself. And I guess technically some of the hostile plant life that is still around that you guys mostly know about at this point. So you can talk or blink awkwardly, as is your wont. Um, yeah.
Cool. That's all.
So the only thing is, I think, unless they take hostile action at you, you remain charmed. If they take hostile action or ask you to do something just blatantly harmful to yourself, um, I think that breaks the charm effect, basically. Um, this is not like a Gaius spell or something that has a bit more kick to it. Okay. Cool. Teddy, I have moved you up to the south side of the big dome in the northeast corner by Sebastian and Iku, just so that you are near the party. But then, oh, that guy flew away. He's gone. And Velnice's familiar skedaddled after she died, so there's a nice stone statue of Velnice now lying on that plinth in the pool. And Zalcore just kind of calmly glances around and begins slowly walking back towards Teresa. Teresa, what are you up to?
Teresa has gotten up after she watched the tiefling turn to stone. She does not look at the Medusa, though. She looks down on the ground as the Medusa approaches. She does say, well, she politely greets her as the queen, as the birds have told her that this is supposed to be a queen. And she apologizes for the mess.
And so, as Zalcore is walking towards you, she's walking very calmly. Kellic, you would also want, maybe this isn't relevant for Kellic, but Teresa, you notice she is, so the two most striking things about Zalcore, aside from her face right now, are A, the fact that she is, in fact, shockingly beautiful, despite, the stone-colored skin. The other thing is that, unfortunately, Velnice hit her with a fireball, and the beautiful parrot feather dress and plumage she had been wearing and the veil over her face have all pretty much turned into tatters. Zalcore kind of walks by you as you're talking, and she kind of turns and she actually looks away from you and says, "Well, it's nice to see that at least some of these visitors know the proper respect. I'll receive you in a few minutes." And she goes into the room and closes the door. She doesn't lock it, she just closes it. And then Zalcore goes into.
Does she close the other doors too?
Um, she doesn't notice that that door is open.
Okay.
And I guess you can kind of see she's gone to a chest. She kind of drops off all of the singed feathers and throws them in the corner, kind of by some of the various crates and boxes in here. And she takes out another old, slightly moth-eaten but still quite beautiful dress and pulls it over herself, and finds another veil in the chest and pulls it over her face.
By the way, the game is still paused.
Is it? You might want to reload.
It's not to me.
Yeah, it's no longer paused for me.
Then I'm refreshing.
Sorry. My books, my books. Where are all my books? There's my book. So do you... Oh. Daminar might show up later. So Sebastian, do you do anything while she is making herself more presentable again?
No, I will wait.
Okay. Okay. Cool. So after a few minutes, okay, the totem. Who's asking about the totem? Is that...
No, I was just like
The camera.
speculating. Sorry.
Sorry, when you type as
But it's-
camera, I don't know who that is.
No, I can only type as camera, so.
No, the totem can't capture souls when the soulmonger is active. The totem will try to recapture the souls that are in it.
Okay. Fair enough.
You would surmise that Vilnius's soul has now gone to the soulmonger. Let's see here. So, as you're waiting, one Elbis flies down. Eblis. One flies down here. Another one flies over there. Gonna open that door. And this Elbis walks in, kind of hunches through the doorway, and then Zalcore comes back to her divan, and the Elbis opens the other door and then steps back, and kind of squawks out to you all, "The Queen is ready for visitors."
All right.
Thank you, good bird.
Is nobody else weirded
Did
out
you
by
see
talking
that?
birds?
Which one squawked that the queen was ready for visitors?
The one that's in the room.
Okay.
And as you come in, Sebastian, Zalcore is back to being seated on her divan, face covered, just kind of being regally languid, if that makes any sense.
All right. I will step in and take a knee and say, "Greetings, Your Majesty. I'm afraid I was not expecting to have to apologize on behalf of one of my traveling companions, but you dealt with the situation as it is your right to do."
And Zalcore again turns to her side, apparently speaking to air, and says, "Oh, look, another one of them can talk nicely." And then she looks back to you, Sebastian, and says, "Well, you've made it this far. I'm sure you had a reason to see me. Why have you come?"
We are intent on traveling to Omu and thought that we might first seek your permission to enter that kingdom.
Uh, Zalkari kind of looks down and looks up and says, "Well, I'm not the queen anymore. They threw me out. But of course you can have my permission. Why would I go
If
back there?"
I'm, if I may be so rude to interrupt, what for the reason why they threw you out?
Uh,
Indeed, why should such a ruler's people be traitors in that fashion?
and you see, as you say the word traitor, you see Zalcore's hand kind of quiver and then lower back down and kind of just smooth her dress out. And she says, "The only one that wasn't a traitor. It was all a confusion, but here I am." And she turns to her side and she says, to the air again, "I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for everything."
While she's doing that, can I do like a insight roll to see if like she seems to be tracking a like individual that she's talking to, or if she's literally just like talking to herself?
Sure, go for it. So with an 11, so you can't see Zalcore's face very well, right? Because she's wearing a veil for reasons that are probably obvious at this point, I hope. Um, it does seem like she is conversing with someone. Um, she keeps looking to her left side when she talks, uh, but that's about it. Yeah.
Wait, is her, when you say left side, is that towards the door or towards the wall? The closed door or towards the wall? Just out of curiosity.
Sorry, yeah. So right now
Like our left or?
she's looking to the east when she's doing this, but like
Okay.
in relative terms so far, every time she has looked in a direction, it has been to her left. So whatever her left side is, she keeps looking to it and talking and addressing someone, nothing to her left. Is that door closed? There we go. Sorry, I
Yeah.
closed it instead of opening it. I'm sorry. It helps if you can see the action.
So, Teresa will ask about the statue that she saw on her way here. Both the taller, ruined one and the smaller one next to it.
Ah, so Zalcore looks to her left and then turns back and says, "Ah, the large statue of that handsome man in my central pavilion?"
Yes, my lady.
Rio, your Eve is playing. Um,
What you can hear scanning?
yeah, I can hear your scanning background.
Interesting.
You probably have click to talk on the same button as the whatever. It doesn't matter. Um,
Oh no,
Zalcore,
I forgot that I put it on not on push to talk.
yeah. Um, so you do see Zalcore smile beneath her veil a little bit, and she says, "Why? Well, that's my Thirutaya." And
Do
she
we
just
recognize that word?
you don't recognize it at all. Um, you can assume it's a name. Um, and as she finishes saying it, she just gets this kind of languid uh, uh, grin on her face that slowly turns to a grimace. Uh, and you see her next to her divan. She has uh, a, a small cup full of some liquid, and she uh, lifts the glass and drinks from it, and just kind of sighs, and slowly she seems to relax a little bit, and another smile comes across her face, and she turns again to her left and says, "They saw your statue."
Can I do an Arcana check?
I'm sure. What are you trying to arcana?
So, the way that she keeps looking to her left, um, is that some kind of. So basically, I wanted to see if I could recognize that as some kind of magical inclination, um, indicating that there's something else in this room. Or maybe I should do a perception or an investigation.
Whichever one you want to do, go for it.
Okay, I will do an investigation in the space that she keeps looking at.
So right now, that would be kind of right here-ish. So,
Ooh,
did somebody say something?
I just muttered.
Oh, okay. Um, yeah, so you really don't see that there is anyone or anything in that space. There's no evidence of anything being there um, that you can see or that you can figure.
I would like to ask her, um, who was it that wrote all the beautiful poetry in your gardens on the way up?
And she, uh, the languid smile kind of, okay, my headset turned off for no apparent reason.
I was
Um,
just like, Andy's gone.
and session's over. Um, so the languid smile on her face again turns into a scowl, and she says, uh, "I did that." And then she just kind of, her hand again kind of shakes a little bit, and then she again forces her hand down and just starts smoothing her dress again. And then she picks up her glass and has another drink and seems to calm down a little bit.
Did something happen to the smaller statue? When I observed its features, it seemed as if it were looking to the southern part of the dome in horror.
And at that, she smiles in a very cruel way and says, "Oh, visitors tried to take my Thiru from me."
I wager a guess and say that the pottery underneath the large statue is an urn.
And she, again, the cruel smile falters into a scowl and she snaps, "Do not touch it!"
Oh no, I have not. I've only observed it from afar.
Well, yes, that is my Thiru.
See, I see. Well, this is quite a lovely place for a final resting place.
Is there anything I could do to see if she seems like she like to check if she is either possessed or like uh, two personalities? Like if she's kind of like Gollum, where there's like two fucking different people in the same
Mm,
head. Is there a
I
check I could make for that?
eh. I'm not really sure Uh, like it definitely seems like she has incredibly sharp mood swings, um, and obviously is acting strangely, but I don't know if there's like a psychology check. Um, I don't know. Um, I mean, yeah, you could try an insight check. I guess my thing is like, well, go ahead. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely
She's
multiple.
got issues.
Yeah, she's like, yeah, that's it. She's got issues. Like you can probably piece together that she's been here for a long time. Um, Whatever she's drinking seems to be having some effect on you. Um, and I dare say you got stoned just from sitting in some of the gardens that are her residence. So there's some weird stuff going on with this lady.
Okay, that's all for me then. Also, you can't hear scanning, right?
No, I can't hear your background anymore. Thank you.
And once we arrive in Omu, how should we treat those who currently dwell there?
Uh, so Zalcora kind of thinks. She looks to her left again and then looks back and says, "Well, they're obviously all traitors, so you can do with them as you wish, but if you find my granddaughter, she may have a place there now."
And how shall we know her if we see her?
Oh, I think she's hanging out with some bird people. Uh, it's been a long time.
By the way, can I do a check to see if I recognize these giant birds as like other types of bird people, or if they're like naturally they're wild birds, like an animal handling check or something?
So they are.
Just being that I'm a bird person, I'm kind of
So
assuming that
I
I
mean,
would
they're
have
definitely
some
not.
kind of.
They're not like an Aarakocra subspecies or anything. Um,
Well, what I mean is like if they would naturally be able to speak, or if they have been granted that ability. Like if I would know that.
yeah, I'm looking for the. What's the? I think it would probably be a nature check.
Well, I don't know shit. All right,
Yep, they're big old birds,
pretty burbs.
and you like them very much. But as you're studying the Evelyn Core is thinking a little bit, and she says, "I think she was last in Kirsabal. She'd probably be easy to spot. She's human."
Human. All right. I will take that into account if we ever encounter her. But I do have a bit of a pressing question here. My companions and I are traveling, as we've mentioned before, and I had a question. Would we have your permission to use this place as a temporary sanctuary for the time being until we've moved on?
Um, she looks to her side again and says, "They want to be house guests. That's a novel one." And then she looks back to you. and says, "Hey, Daminar. Um, well, as long as you show the proper respect, unlike your friend, I suppose you can stay, but do mind the gardens."
Of course, of course. Also, I believe we have encountered some things throughout the gardens, and we've cut quite a swath through them. Is there anything else that we should know about this place?
Uh, let's see. I'm just looking at the map. She looks at you and back to more of her haughty tone, says, "Well, you may find that the flowers are a bit heady if you spend too much time in them. So take that under consideration." And she has another drink of her drink, and then the haughtiness kind of fades away again.
Of course, host Derek. Okay, that we will definitely take into consideration. Will the birds be keeping watch over this place as they were before?
And the bird kind of hops up onto the barrels here and looks at you and says, "We protect our queen."
Would it be possible for you to extend that courtesy to us? Of course, we certainly are battle capable and willing to do a bit of a deal in exchange some protection for some shelter. Basically, what I'm trying to ask to get to the point is is we would like to, well, I would like to peruse one of your birds for just a moment.
Did you say peruse or use?
Yeah, peruse, yeah. Basically, I'm trying to get one of the birds to use so we can take it with us in the jungle until we get to where we're trying to go, and it can fly away.
Uh, Zakori considers this for a moment and says, "Well, I've never had a problem with security. What would you propose in trade for one of my guardians?"
What if we were to find your daughter? What would you like to say or do?
And Zalcore kind of snorts to herself and says, "I'm still the queen. What do I care about that pig? If you want to make a deal, I'm more concerned about proximal things."
Such as?
Oh, well, as you can see, the splendor of my apartments has suffered over time. Any jewels or art or slaves that could help return the magnificence of this chamber would be most welcome.
Hmm, Jewels. We would have to look around. What I have on hand is rather paltry, but I do have some turquoise.
So how much turquoise are you offering her?
I have five.
Um, what are those actually worth? Do you have any? Is that recorded on your sheet?
I don't think so. Let me see.
Sereth is laughing in bag of holding right now.
Yeah.
And I also have those handful of gems that we found in the burial chamber. I didn't write. I did write them down, but they got erased. So
Oh,
the
okay.
turquoise is worth 10 gold apiece.
Sorry, I have to do some math. Oh, OneNote. Where are you at, OneNote? I have notes on this, don't I? Wait, you have that, right? um,
I
sorry.
Yeah, because
specifically remember Teresa picking up some of the things.
Yeah, I think Teresa picked up the.
yeah, I did.
It was the pyramid full of the piles of gems, right?
Yeah,
I'm just
because
trying to
I
find
opened
it.
one and Sarth opened one.
So that was. Let's see here. There were tourmaline spinels, topazes, 60 gems worth 5 gold each. So that would be about 300 gold worth of gems. Um, okay. Um, so I think if you offer her the turquoise and those gems, that probably equates out to about 350 gold worth of stuff. Um, and I'm assuming you show her this, or are you just gonna tell her about it?
I'll tell her about it. I'll show her the turquoise, but I'll tell her about the rest.
And she considers this, and then you can see her look to the bird that's in the room, um, which happens to be the bird that was also attacking Velnice. Um, and Zalcore nods to the bird and says to you, Teresa, um, I think we can certainly come to an agreement for you to use the services of this particular specimen until you have completed your business in Omu. And then the bird kind of hops forward and bobs its head as if gesturing for you to make good on your end of the bargain.
Of course. She's going to hand the turquoise to the Medusa. Um, and
As you try to hand it to Zalcore kind of recoils slightly, and the bird just kind of uh, somehow manages to scoot over one of the barrels and just gestures at its beak for you to place the gems on top of the barrel and not approach Zelcore.
oh yes, so she'll say, of course, of course. Uh, and she will place the turquoise onto the barrel, bow her head, and back away.
Are you also going to put the other jewels in there or just the turquoise?
She will. Well, what I'll do is I'm going to do half of it now. When we complete our task, I'll give the rest of the bird. Bird can carry it back.
And uh, Zelcore kind of turns her head to the side and says, shrewd and obsequious. We might have been friends. So she has consented to your terms.
Perfect. We are in an agreement, and I do hope that uh, our service to you is beneficial, as your help is to us.
And Zelcore gets kind of wistful and says, when you get to Omu, if you make it back, tell me if they miss me.
Of course.
Are any of the people there, or creatures, or other folk, especially dangerous that we must be upon our guard against?
Uh, So at first, Zalcore, at first she smiles and begins saying, "Well, it took the force of all of the generals except my Thuru to make me leave, so you should probably be on your guard." And then the smile and the wistful tone fades away back to the scowl and the anger, and she says, "There's no one there anymore. Only thieves and those looking to pick the bones of our kingdom." And then she mentions that it's become a hive for the lizard folk and the snakes.
We've run into snake people before. They're rather annoying.
um, so she very self-consciously kind of smooths back behind her veil her head and kind of shakes in a haughty manner, says, "Well, most of the snakes are quite despicable. If you find them in Omu, please send them my best regards."
Perfect. And she smiles.
And she's somewhat perturbed at this point, and she takes another drink from her cup full of this odd, deeply colored liquid and seems to settle again. And she, as the effects of whatever the drink she is having has washes over her, she relaxes and kind of looks at all of you and says, "Is there anything else you would all like to speak about today?"
What time of day is it?
Yeah, it's probably, let's see, it took you about half a day to get into the garden. And I'll say it's probably been about half an hour since you actually got here, so it's probably early afternoon.
Um, I do not think I have anything further to discuss. With your permission, we will take our leave from your presence.
And she nods regally to you and says, again glancing to her left, "He's such a proper one." And says, "Yes, you have my permission to leave. Thank you, Sir Knight."
Sure. Teresa will take this time to leave and step out. Does the bird follow us?
The bird
I'm just
hasn't.
going to be standing here the whole time, like with my head slightly cocked off to the side, just bird staring at her, just trying to figure out who she's talking to.
Okay. So I'll get Iku out of the way. Teddy, do you want to stay in there? Do you want to ask
I'm
anything?
gonna I'm gonna head out as well.
Okay.
You might have to move me though. Sorry, I'm killing ants.
Okay. Do you stay in there or do you head out, Kellic?
Oh, I'm just going to stand there and bird stare at her for a little bit. I mean, I'm still super high, so I'm like, I don't even fucking notice.
Okay. Um, basically, as everybody goes out, Zalcore keeps drinking her drink, and uh, it's almost as if she doesn't notice you. You're close enough to the other birds that she's not really like making the connection, that you're a different bird folk. Um, but she definitely has a habit of talking to herself and talking to this other presence she keeps addressing, and her conversations are very circular, um, and just kind of meander between being incredibly angry and almost joking and playful, um, especially when she's talking to uh, that presence. And
So
at
when I
some
when I got sorry, I'm listening.
yeah. So while this is happening, this other bird comes in and kind of takes a place, watching over Zalcore, and this one hops out, um, and is kind of following the party.
Okay. Um, when when I got charmed or whatever the hell I am,
Hmm.
was there like a scent that I noticed when that happened? Can I do like a perception check for that?
Now, you wouldn't have needed a perception check. It was just the. So you were kind of perched on the wall above one of those four little riotous gardens. Um,
Uh-huh.
and like you can smell them from, like, if you're standing at the edge of those gardens, you can just smell it. And it's this ripe mix of kind of like, when you walk into if you walk into a greenhouse at a florist's or something, it was kind of like that aroma, um, and that you started to get stoned after you had been up on that wall for a good like 2 or 3 minutes during the combat, and as everything else was happening.
If if I'm looking at her drink, is there a way that I can see what it is, or if I could smell if it's the same kind of smell?
Make a perception check, and you're gonna need a really high roll. Well, shit.
Is that high?
That's high enough. Yeah, so that mixture that she is drinking definitely has the same, uh, uh, almost a floral musk that the gardens had. So she's getting
Okay.
high on
Well,
her own supply.
I'll just note that and then like just kind of shrug and be like, okay, and then just wander off
Okay,
like onto the next thing.
cool. Daminar, I'll probably pull you in once we get past whatever we do here. Um, cool. So you guys, it's mid-afternoon. Um, you've spoken with Zalcore. Uh, what do you want to do?
So, do we want to stop and rest here, or do we want to continue traveling to try and get further before the end of the day?
How far can we get before the end of the day? Given the time of day it is right now.
Probably get like 5 miles, maybe. It depends on which direction you go, because getting back out of Zalcore, if you go out of Nangalore through the muck you hiked in on, you'll maybe
Mm-hmm.
get to the river, um, by the end of the day. If you go into the jungle, you can probably get about, we'll just say you can get to the next hex, just for sake of ease of travel calculations.
I'm open for whatever. I'm open for either moving or resting. I have no preference right now.
I think we should move on then if we can make significant progress.
Okay. Yeah.
Is there anything over here?
So you would have seen when you were on the other side, that's an open, like an open pagoda that is full of basically giant bird shit. Um, that's where the birds hang out when they're not on duty.
Ah, yes. Okay.
So unless you have a real hankering for Birdo number 2, not the
Hey, it's
greatest
good
place to go.
fertilizer.
Oh man.
Well,
Did you
you
know there
still
was
have
a
been paying
war once
attention.
over bat shit? There was iguana wars. We killed people over bat poop for fertilizing farm fields. Fun fact.
uh, you just drifted 340 kilometers.
Yep.
Good job. Is your dog? Oh,
So,
go ahead.
sorry, I was just gonna ask a question.
Yeah.
So I think if we need to come back here, because now that we know that we're not going to be harassed by the Medusa, if we need to come back here, we could probably go into the dome and just like hang out there, because she doesn't care as long as we don't touch the urn. But yeah, I mean, if you guys want to move on, then that's fine.
Cool. So I'm gonna hit the pause button real quick. Open it back up, and we'll pop up the map. And as you guys leave the temple, Daminar is wandering around outside, mildly confused, in front of all of the dead crocodiles. And your your monk, who is unstuck from time and space, has shown up. So there you
Did
go.
you get lost, friend?
Hi. How's it going?
How'd you pop up?
I don't know. I think I traveled by sun.
Wait, how
Kind
did
of
you
seems
get
like you're
here?
disconnected from time or something.
So astute. I don't even know what that means.
I like that. You travel by sun. Like you look up into the sun, and 3 weeks
It just
pass,
takes me in random places.
and then you look back down and you're somewhere else. I like this idea. I kind of like it. Um, so there you go. Yeah, Daminar is mysteriously here. Maybe he was never gone. Maybe he's never been here all along. Or maybe he's always been here. Who knows?
Maybe I'm still not here.
Um,
That is so deep.
I touch Sebastian. Huh, interesting.
my microphone just keeps turning off randomly. I don't understand what's happening. Um, okay. Well, apparently I'm on the main map, but nobody else is. I'm trying to figure out why that is. Because I hit activate. Oh, I know what it is. Sorry. That's a me problem, isn't it? No. Okay. Let's go to Nangalore. Let's preload the scene. Let's activate Nangalore. Whoa. Now, let's activate the main map. Does that work? Trying to figure out why it's not popping people over.
It's loading something.
Oh, is it loading now?
It's loading something for me.
Mm-hmm.
Back in Nangalore, yeah. But never mind. Switching now.
Oh, the map looks different now. Daminar.
I still see gray now.
It might take a little while.
Yeah, it's gonna take a while.
It's a really nice map,
Gray,
but
probably because you're staring at the sun again.
Yeah,
uh-oh.
could be.
You're floating through space
I'm
and time.
just getting my vitamin D, guys.
So is it loaded for anybody yet?
No.
Damn.
I'm gonna refresh my web or my page and see if that helps.
It might be my upload speed that does it, really, because of America. Because I locally host.
Asynchronous. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, well, no, because I have like a max of 5 megabits up. I can't get any more.
Yeah.
And this map is probably the worst map in the whole module now.
Even worse than that single one you split up.
So that one was bad for other reasons.
Other reasons.
That was bad because of Roll20. This one is bad because it's actually the high-res map of Cholt. So that when you zoom in on it, it actually looks good, as opposed to hyperpixelated. But
Right, gotcha.
the price for that is the first time you load it in a session, it takes forever. So what I should really do is make this the default map for the game, so that when everybody logs in, it takes forever, and then your browser's cached it. But I just thought of that now, so that doesn't help us at all. Hey, did you load in, Sebastian?
Yeah, it's I've got one layer anyway.
Ooh.
Farther than the rest of
Well, I'm
them.
seeing
Maybe you're the
people.
traveler
I'm
of the time space.
I'm seeing people start to pop in on the map, so that's how I know. I think it's just Daminar and Sebastian at this point.
Oh, I still haven't seen it yet.
Well, it says you're on it. Whatever.
Oh, weird. I've still got gray.
It definitely has not loaded correctly for me.
No. Well, here's what I can do. When in doubt, stop my video connection and switch to my screen. I can't do that one. Crap. I can do that one.
Hey, I see things.
Oh, is it working? I just changed
Yeah.
my Discord from my camera to the map.
Yep, that's
That's one way to do it while it loads. So basically, if you can see that, you guys are on Nangalore. And if I zoom out,
almost way down there.
almost down, down, down.
Oh, there it goes.
I got it.
Yeah, finally loaded.
Well, I'll leave this up for now, just because it at least gives context. Yeah, so you're right next to the River Olung. The River Olung goes down into Lake Luo, and the Valley of Embers. Lake Luo is just kind of a weird poisoned lake. Per per Iku, there is really nothing that lives in Lake Luo at this point. The Valley of Embers is a morass of mud and sand that is so pretty much Iku can tell you that from the Valley of Embers all the way to the Peaks of the Flame, that terrain doesn't change a whole lot. Like it's not marked on the map, but it's because nobody ever goes there. To Yeah, and then to the north are Kirsabal. I don't think you guys have actually heard much about the Sea Wastes. But on your map, there's definitely a spot that just kind of shows blank land there. And then Mesro is far to the north. So yeah, it's kind of up to you guys which way to go.
So I think we want to. Well, we need to go south and a little to the east. We should go probably to the east side of Lake Luo and avoid the Valley of Embers. Somewhere we're going to have to find a pass between the mountains.
Or take the worst path through the mines. Oh, I'm sorry.
I mean, you've got to find Moria before you can go through it.
That's true. Yeah, I mean, we might as well travel east of Lake Luo.
Mm-hmm. I don't see any problem with that.
So you guys want to go dead south? Do you want to go?
Yeah, I guess we'll go one hex south and then have Rio scout ahead a little.
Okay.
Works for me.
So I'll move you there. Let's
It'd be
see.
about 340 kilometers in front of us.
Only if you're riding a Loki. And you have one of that Eblis is. I guess you guys have an Eblis now. I really didn't
Yeah, we got a
anticipate
pepper.
that.
Can we ride it?
Not all of you.
I'm pretty light.
I mean, I'm gonna say no, just because.
I'm
All right,
for
all right. I refreshed the page and the map loaded correctly this time.
I volunteer to ride it since I'm not wearing armor.
Oh boy, you're gonna make me look up an Eblis and decide if it's
it.
gonna let you ride it. Really is the question.
I'm faster than it anyway. Actually, probably not.
Let me
Probably
look
has
at
a fly speed of
let me
60.
look at it real quick.
You really don't have to.
So do, do you try to climb on the Eblis? Like how
Well,
do
I talked to it and I asked it, can I ride it for a moment?
it says,
Hey, can I ride you for a moment?
God damn it. It says, it kind of quirks its head sideways and just goes, why? You can tell it's not particularly happy with this.
Well, it would help our goal if we were to, scout ahead and see what's in the sky.
Use animal handling.
You, you can't use animal handling on an Eblis. They're intelligent creatures.
Deception?
Um,
Persuasion.
yeah, you do
I don't have any of
persuasion. Do a persuasion roll. That I like that more.
Sure. Oh no, is it not loading?
Sereth's like, can I use sleight of hand?
I can use it on a Triceratops.
You can
Stealth.
try.
Will it notice a 105-pound small elf on its back?
Hold on, I had to reload the page here.
I would point out, Daminar, that I can actually get a 40 with my stealth roll, so.
If you cast
Uh,
that spell at the
geez.
same time.
Oh,
And use
yeah.
luck.
Okay.
So, in perfect conditions, you can do that.
In perfect conditions, I can get a 34. No,
Hey, Owen,
24.
what you eating?
Whatever.
Is it really loud?
Did you bring enough for the whole party?
Yeah, you guys want to eat some ice with me?
Mm.
Alright, I'll stop.
I thought I
I'll
was
just
the
keep
only
going.
If
person
I
to do
say
that.
yes, are you going to ship it to me?
I'll ship you some ice in a bag of straw
Then
There you
yes.
on horseback.
Okay, yeah, you win. You can ride the Eblis. That works.
Yay.
It doesn't look happy about it, and it's not comfortable with it, but it'll let you hop on. So now we've got what Kellic and the Eblis. So I already did the scouting for basically the day, but let me do one other thing. As you guys kind of do a little bit of scouting, you notice there is definitely a stone pylon in a clearing in the hex down here.
Oh boy.
And yeah, it's a one large singular pylon with it looks from the sky like a couple other pylons next to it, and it looks like there are some creatures milling about the pylon itself.
Yeah.
Are there
Makes me
any
wanna.
creatures which Kellic would potentially be interested in?
They're probably undead.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't we have someone
Yeah.
mention pylons to us?
Yeah, that one person warned us that the pylons in the forest have high, like there's a lot of undead that congregate around these pylons. So they said like just avoid it, or that's what they did, I guess. I
We
don't remember who said
probably
that
should
2
avoid it.
sessions ago or something.
Or we
Yeah,
could
because I
investigate.
remember someone telling us about the pylons having to do with the undead.
It was the red mages.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay. So,
Do we have any ideas about how to destroy the pylons?
No, she didn't say. She's like, why waste magic when you can just avoid it?
right, and
Well,
Teresa
that
would
is
be
what
in
a red
agreement
wizard
with
would
that.
say.
Cowards.
Kellic, to answer your question, are you thinking like, is this reminiscent of the entity you're seeking?
Yeah.
Not. It doesn't seem like it. Like there's nothing down there
From
like
afar.
like from afar. There's nothing in particular. It looks like there's a couple humanoid creatures, maybe one or two non-humanoid, more like beasts. But beyond that, that's what you got.
Okay.
Because I think we're gonna play it. That I'm gonna take that to mean something underdarky looking. Right?
Well, yeah.
Yeah. I have some ideas, but I'm not quite there yet. I'm still working on it. Oh, is this thing working at all?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. I walked into my kitchen. Sometimes that destroys my connection.
So,
yeah.
do we want to investigate the pylon or avoid it?
I'm at least interested in trying to disrupt the pylons.
I mean, Sereth can mold earth the pylon until it
Sareth
doesn't
isn't
work
here.
anymore. Oh,
So mold earth, I can do that too, but how big is this pylon? Because that's going to take a lot of time.
So from the sky, the pylon looks to be about maybe 20 to 30 feet tall for the central pylon.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I mean, all I would do is just kind of report of its existence to the party, and then, like, I don't care either way. What I'm
I
looking
think we
for
could
isn't there, but
avoid this.
that doesn't mean I wouldn't go kill things.
I mean, I mean, out of character. There's a lot of things hanging around this tower. If you want me to try and mold Earth, it's going to take a long time to try and topple the tower. But you guys would have to try and keep the things away.
well, I also think it's probably magical in nature, and mold earth might not work on it because it might not be considered stone at that point. But if you want to investigate it and look and see, I'm all for holding things at bay.
We could try to get a little bit closer, like as close as we can without being noticed, just to see what kind of effect it's having in an area around it.
I'm done.
I refer to undead as paper people.
Okay. So you guys want
As
to
long
approach? So do you want to approach by air or by foot?
Well, I'm gonna take the Iblis and approach by air.
So you're going
Just
to
like
do a slow flyover with the Eblis?
yeah, yeah.
Okay, well, let's pop this guy up. So I hope this loads a heck of a lot faster.
Yeah, my map loaded and then went white. So I can see all of the fog of war and just white background.
Yeah, that's what mine did. I
That's
had
what yours
to
did.
refresh my browser and then it loaded correctly.
Nice.
Weird. So let's see, you guys are kind of coming from the northeast, so
And I guess the rest of us on foot will kind of sneak up on land. I don't want to overextend our aerials without support.
yeah, okay, I think the whole map should probably be loading. Um, this one's
Oh,
a
that's
third
what that
party.
icon is. Okay.
Hmm?
Oh, apparently I clicked on a thing that says I used a hero dice.
Weird. I have to figure out where that is because I don't even know where it is.
It's on the players list to the left. There's a icon to the right of my name. It looks like a dice, D20.
In the player list at the bottom of the screen?
Yes,
Oh, I don't
but
even
I
see
don't.
it. Weird.
Okay, I just saw the cameraman. So I've got my
Oh,
name in brackets, then 0, and then the little D20 icon.
Interesting.
So yeah, I just saw the count go up to 3 for a bunch of people,
cool. That's where
and
that
then if
is.
I click on it, the count goes down by 1.
And it's saying Sebastian has used a hero die.
Right, and the
But
count went
that's all
down
it
from 3
says.
to 2.
Weird. Okay, so that's the D6 you can add to stuff. I enabled a module that gave hero dice. I just had no friggin' clue how it worked, and that's how it worked.
Cool.
So I'm putting your guys' tokens up here. You don't necessarily have to be there. Um, I'm just putting them there on the top of the map. Teresa, can you see the whole map if you pan around?
It's still gray to me. You talked about the high res map or the pylon?
The pylon map. Or is it still loading everybody in? This
Yeah,
is
it's
not a
still
The
big
loading.
loading
map.
bar filled, and then the green screen stayed gray.
Oh, you might need to refresh. I don't know what that is. Sorry.
There
Yeah,
we
just
go. I can see
refreshed.
it now.
Ooh, fun.
So,
I see it through you.
oh yeah. So I
Is there
popped.
supposed to be some fog of war or
Nope,
no?
there's no fog of war.
Okay,
It's
cool.
the middle of daytime. Um,
The light is with us.
so if you're still loading, you can just look at my stream. Um, and so I've put a couple people up top just to kind of have you on the map. I'll put Teresa up there too. And I guess I'll need an Eblis and an Elk. Um, well, before I drag too many things in here. So yeah, as you fly over, um, there is the central floating pylon as you get closer. Even as you fly over, you can see that there are some in the main central pylon. It's kind of like a double, like a really stretched out D8, really. Um, I have a picture of it, but I can't show it right now. Sorry, I can't. Too many cameras. Um, it is slowly rotating. It is also levitated off the ground. There are 4 tiny pylons around it. Those tiny pylons are all about 2 or 3 feet tall and are almost like tiny mirror images of the central pylon. Those are also floating and slowly spinning, and you can see the arcs of magical energy flying from the smaller pylons to the main pylon in the center. Around the pylon in this clearing are milling a variety of a mixed bag of undead. There's some skeletons, some zombies, some ghouls. There is very near the pylon walking a creature that has it's a gaunt creature that looks like it's wearing some sort of skull or set of bones on its head, and it is dragging a bag behind it with a third arm.
Are any of these creatures intelligent enough to notice that I'm flying around?
I mean, how high above them are you flying?
I'd probably say about 100, 150 feet above.
I mean, they definitely notice you, because it's broad daylight, and so like the big Gearlon zombie is kind of like as it sees something fly over, but um, to the best of your knowledge, everything here is undead. So like it may notice that you're flying above it, but they can't really do anything about it. Um, no bows here, Sareth.
Damn it.
All right. So after some time of doing some fly arounds, she's gonna return to them. Obviously, taking a long way so the zombies don't just go straight to them. And she'll tell them what she saw.
Do you have any knowledge of what this thing with the satchel is? The three-armed? The one that was eloquently described in great detail to make us think it was important?
So I'm trying to think what kind of role can I do to recall that kind of undead.
Sorry. Oh.
Undead's
Which one?
religion or arcana? Be religion, right?
I think the Arcana.
Arcana.
I would think religion, but I don't know.
I mean, you can summon undead both via arcane and religious means, so
Either.
yeah, I'd say either. Probably the success is going to depend on which one is actually relevant. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, in character, she would be pulling from her knowledge of necromancy to
Sure.
try and determine what that is. Of course, it's another 14.
Hey, better than a 4. So this is for the three-armed guy.
Yeah.
Um, I will say that you have heard that it is possible to animate undead that are more intelligent than your average undead, but they usually tend to be quite focused in their tasks. Um, so if this creature is one of those, um, it probably has a very specific purpose that it's fulfilling here. I think with a 14, that's kind of what you can figure out about that one. So it's probably smarter than your garden variety undead. It's probably purpose built.
And its purpose is to bag hold GME.
Did the any of the undead have any markings?
From the sky, it's too hard to tell.
Okay.
So let's go find out.
From 100 feet above, I'm gonna say you don't know.
Well, what do you guys propose? Do you want to approach further, or do you want to go around it entirely?
if we can disrupt pylon, make it non-functional in some way, that would be a thing worth doing.
Is it a thing worth doing? Like, is the pylon there to? I guess we don't know the purpose of the pylons, right?
Right.
But if
We
it's
don't know
keeping
what they
undead,
do and what's powering them.
so like if they're here for a purpose, that's bad, sure. But if they're here because it's distracting them from killing people, maybe it's not bad.
Well, with the caveat of like, would Teresa have explained that like that would be a purpose built undead to us, or is that just something that she would just know?
Yeah, that would make sense.
Well, I don't know. You'd have to ask Teresa if she explains that to you.
Teresa, would you like to explain what I did ask Teresa what she knew about that
I
thing?
Okay, yeah.
mean, you could assume that she would know a little bit about, like how to control undead. It's wizardly study. Not particularly about the pylon, though.
Right, but about that intelligent undead were created with a purpose. Would you like to have relayed that to me when I asked?
Yes, she
Okay.
will tell him that.
Then yeah, I think it would be good to see if we need to disrupt whatever they're doing here, because it can't be for good purposes.
I'm curious if the pylon is controlling the undead or some way, or empowering them, or creating them.
Or they're defending it.
That too.
Whose smoke alarm is that? Out of curiosity.
It's mine.
Oh, okay.
It's the one that's on the vaulted ceiling, and I don't have a ladder that's tall enough to reach, so I'm gonna have to get maintenance to do something about it.
Good place for a smoke detector. As high up as possible.
Yeah, generally speaking.
All right. I guess we can sneak in via the woods and like start attacking them and see if we can draw them away from the pylon so that Teresa can go in and study it.
Yeah, I mean, I could just start shooting things with arrows, and they could have to come to us.
Lost leader. I like it.
Should I just start playing Red March too?
Or I could just like run through the midst of them and see if they can catch me.
All the meanwhile yelling, "Na na 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 na."
Basically.
Okay, so from prior learning, are you all stealthing through the? Are you all trying to stealth through the underbrush?
Yeah, I think we should
Yeah.
at least somewhat take them unaware.
Hmm.
So based on prior experience running a map like this, if you look at the edge of the brush where the grass turns dark green,
Mhm.
that means you're in cover. If you are on the light green grass, you are not in cover. So
Everybody can see you.
just please be aware. This was an issue a different time. Uh,
All right, Sebastian. Let's get those beautiful stealth rolls.
so I guess put yourselves where you want to be. You can get to the edge of the map stealthed fine. These are zombies and undead. They're not the brightest bulbs. Once you guys are on the map, then we'll start figuring out what's happening.
How do I get my elk token to come out onto the map?
Oh, let me give you one. I think I said I needed to give you an elk, but I didn't. Um,
Well, there is one. I just don't know how to get it to come out.
just drag it out. I don't know if it's. Let me.
Yeah, that didn't seem to work.
Yeah, it's because. Oh no, you're the owner on it. Weird. I don't know. Well, there you go. There's an elk. It should be right in front of you. And I'm gonna say that for the elk, if you want to ride the elk in the forest, that's gonna count as difficult terrain.
Or the lone paladin walks up the road, challenging all
Yeah,
of the
I was
undead.
pretty much planning on just coming up the road.
Oh, okay.
I
While
feel
we
like the forest would be more difficult than the undead.
Teresa, do you want to be standing in the middle of the road?
Oh no, I'm going to go into the forest.
Cool.
I'll come over here.
I'll put.
Am I still on the bird?
I think if you want to go in the forest, you're gonna have to get off the bird.
All right.
Yeah, I'll get off. I'll tell the Iblis to stay a distance away from that undead.
Okay.
So this pylon's like an additional hex, so we should be into a new day, right?
Yeah, it is a new day.
So I'm not
So
retarded anymore.
I
No,
want to
you're
do
Well-
my check to see if I got the benefit of a long rest.
Your con save? Sure. Or con
Is it just
con
save or
check.
check?
It's a check. So the DC on this one is 10. If anybody else wants to attempt that, you can as well. And so you're all stealth right now. I guess until you do something to make yourself known, yay. You have a long rest, Kellic. I don't think you. Yeah. Do you want to do one, Teresa?
You said it was DC 10, right?
Yes,
I'll do it.
because I think you burned some spells.
Yeah, did we ever... We did a long rest, right?
Nobody declared a long rest after Zelkori, so you would have to do a Constitution check to have successfully gotten a long rest last night. And y'all just crushed the Constitution saves, so their checks. There you go.
domination. Now we're gonna roll 4s for attacking.
Mega kill.
The long rest button is right under your hit dice on your character sheet, Teresa. Heyo. Okay, so basically, to set this up, all of these creatures they're milling around. So if you want to do something, what do you? Anybody who's in the jungle, you are functionally hidden right now. Until you do something, if you attack or whatever, that will give away your position, but you are functionally hidden right now.
Sweet. So Sebastian's going to go up the road while we skulk along in the woods.
So we're just gonna go in here and smite all the things, and then see what to do about the pylon.
Yep, that's the plan. Go
I like
kill
this
the
plan.
things. Hey, undead are the antithesis of the sun, so they need to be smited.
But are
I'm
they?
Smitten.
just all about shooting things. So
Yes, they are.
So do we need to start initiative, or are we waiting for something to trigger initiative?
So basically, once you get close enough to the zombies for them to notice, so I'm assuming your plan is walk up and start smiting your foes, right? So
Yeah, pretty
basically,
much.
yeah. So basically, if you guys do that, it'll be you and everything else gets into initiative, and then everybody else will pop into initiative as they do stuff. No, screw it. Let's just put everybody in initiative. That'll make it easier. I'm just gonna add all of y'all to the combat order. And then I'm going to add, let's see, all of y'all to the combat order. And all of y'all. And are you telling the Elvis to stay out of the fight?
Yeah.
Okay, so I will start rolling. Y'all are in there, so... Oh, there it goes. So in the combat order, if you want to roll your own initiative, go for it. Otherwise, I can roll it for you.
Wow. Terrible.
So many dice.
I don't know why mine's not rolling.
Are you hitting the die on your character in the combat order?
I don't see the combat
So there's a little
order.
fist on the right side.
I think that's the worst roll I've ever had.
Hey, Iku
Got
rolled
it.
a 1.
I mean, I rolled a 2 on the dice, so
There, Teddy?
Yeah, why? Did it go? There we go.
There we go. I'm going to say, Sebastian, you get a thing first, just because you're standing there. So if you want to unload, this is your chance to ride in.
Cool. My ram actually elk gets to do its ram and charge. The charge effect does extra damage and potentially knocks things prone. Really?
Gonna say a 24 will hit a zombie. I'm not even gonna check the armor class. Yeah, it hits. So your elk slams into him. And let's see. Okay, so you do 8 damage to the Zermber.
And then
And you're riding it, right?
yes, I am riding it. So I need 2d6 extra damage. And then a DC 13 strength saving throw.
Okay, so the 7 damage. And strength saving throw, you said?
Yes.
I'm guessing that. Yeah, that failed. So it is.
Alright. It is
No.
prone.
Cool.
So now I get to attack with advantage. Doo-doo-doo.
That'll hit. So you have successfully trampled, slammed, and speared to death that zombie.
Oh, cool.
It is no more, or at least you have redeaded it. And with that, I think, is there anything else you can do on this round?
In theory, possibly, but I'm not going to.
Cool. Daminar, it is your turn.
Alright. I am going to move 30 of my feet here. Unleash some radiant bolts onto that guy. Okay, how do I declare him my target?
I
Can I
don't
do
know.
that? Okay.
I think there's. I don't have anything set up to like automate targeting and damage yet, so.
Alright.
You still have to roll an eye. It has to be applied.
Yeah, alright, now I gotta figure out how to roll this thing.
So if you look at your character,
In inventory, I see my Radiant Sunbolt. But I click on things and nothing rolls.
Interesting.
I'm supposed to be able to do is like simple melee, right? One action, one of those buttons.
Yeah, I haven't really looked at your character because it works different. Radiant Sunbolt.
So, yeah, the rolling worked different for me this time than it has in past.
Ah, yes. One of the modules broke.
Okay. All right, so I'll just roll it.
Is it just a melee strike?
Yeah,
a
it's
range-
technically it's plus my dexterity,
Is it plus dex and proficiency? So it would just be.
and proficiency. So it's
Okay,
7.
just roll up unarmed strike. That's fine.
Well, I don't think I can roll anything, right?
What the hell happened to your sheet?
Yeah, I can't roll anything. Oh wait, hang on. I can do this.
Hold on, I'm re-importing your character because I don't know if we've used you in here yet.
I clicked like 5 radiant sunbolts. Okay, I see. I'm gonna try and.
Yeah, your character's borked.
All right, so if I
Sorry,
do,
I don't know what happened.
All right.
Yeah.
I didn't click that. Okay, so I critically failed the first one.
Okay.
Second and third one.
24 will definitely hit.
No, that's not what I did.
Oh,
That was like a 2D.
so a 5 and a 19?
So the 19 hits.
19 hits.
Unless a 12 hits it.
12 will hit it. It's a zombie.
Okay. So, yeah, that's what I was thinking. Alright, these are D6s. Alright, so D6 plus 4. Radiant damage.
So 7 on the first, 9 on that 16 total, so you do some pretty good damage, but don't quite knock it down. That zombie is not looking good, however.
Alright, and then I'm going to use the rest of my movement to move 25 feet here. And I'm done.
Okay.
Alright, I'm going to work on this.
Weird. Okay. Skeleton's turn. So I'm closing. I tried to make you a second character while doing this, but I'm going to have to figure out what's wrong with your character. He has 30 feet of movement. 1, 2. He will move up here. These are slowly becoming aware of you. Oh, that's cool. I like that. 30 feet of movement. Do you have any abilities? Nope. Okay, cool. Let's see. Ghoul. 30 feet is there. And it is Teddy's turn.
Okay, I'm gonna move. I'm gonna move closer. I'm trying to get closer to the action, so I'm gonna go right there. Oops. Stop it! Yeah, there we go.
Are you just using the dash movement to get up there?
Was that dash?
Did you move? How far did you move? Sorry.
30 feet.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Yeah. And then actually, I guess as a bonus action, I'll cast my spiritual weapon to get that out there. Cast it. Roll the dice. Cast so.
Cool. So where do you want to plop it down?
So I'll put it. Make it. So I can only, when I first cast it, I can only put it within 5 feet of me, right? And then after that, I can start moving it around. I think is my understanding of that. Like I can't put it
The
out.
range
20
is
feet
60 feet.
But I thought like that's after I've initially casted it.
So
Like,
the
I've-
range of the spell is 60 feet, so you can drop that thing anything within 60 feet of you.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'm gonna shove that thing. Can I put it like here? See if I can. Can I put it?
Just ping where you want to put it, and I'll just drop a little token.
Wait, how do I Sorry, how do I? I want it there, right in front of that guy, that
Okay.
zombie.
Blah, blah, blah. I'm gonna make your spiritual token. What am I gonna make it? Because I just don't have. I didn't think this through. Here, have a gun turret. It's kind of weird, but there you go.
All right.
So your spiritual weapon is gonna not size well. There we go. There's your spiritual weapon.
Sweet.
Yeah, so you get, let's see. When you cast the spell, you can make a melee attack spell within 5 feet. On a hit, the spell takes force damage equal to 1d8 plus your spell casting. So, because it looks like dice are borked for some reason. They worked for Sebastian, but no one else. Yeah, you can make a...
Well, I clicked on the dice on my character sheet, and it popped up a thing in the little chat box, and then I had to click the attack box on that to get my attack rolls.
Yeah, it's not popping up right, though. Like, and I don't know why. So I probably have to go look at the mods. That's what I get for trying to update before the session. So let's see, your melee attack would be...
It's 1d plus 8. It's 1d8 plus my spell casting modifier.
Well, you have to make the melee attack first. So it's
Okay.
3 plus 3 plus d. So it's d20 plus 6.
I think I
Yeah,
got
it's
it working.
your spell attack modifier.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm doing a melee hit first.
So that's actually 4 plus 3. So that's, yeah, 1d20 plus 7.
Wait, sorry. Where do I do the?
Down
Do I
on the
just
bottom,
click on the spell
if you
again?
just type /R 1d20 plus 7.
Oh yeah. Where am I typing that? Sorry. Oh, in
In the chat
okay.
box, yeah.
/R
Space 1d20 plus 7.
1d20 plus 7.
That'll hit. Then you just need to roll 1d8 plus, I think, 7 again, right? Yeah.
Should just be your spellcasting ability modifier.
Oh, is that
You
just...
don't get proficiency bonus to damage, unfortunately.
So minus 4 from that. So that's 7 damage, which kills it. Your spiritual weapon has killed that guy.
Heyo, I'll take it. My first kill.
And it is this guy's turn. What is he gonna do? So he can see that and that. He is gonna start moving this way. And now... Oh, now it's the zombie's turn. Oh, how far away are you, Sebastian? Yep, he can get right to you. So the Giralon is going to move and charge at you because it has an aggressive ability that lets it get all up on you.
Cool. I will use my reaction to attack it as it enters my range because of
Okay.
Polearm Master.
Do it. That'll hit. Damn, that was nice.
And these guys are kind of nasty. We'll throw down a Divine Smite too.
Can you smite on a reaction?
On any melee hit.
Okay.
When you hit a creature with a melee weapon attack.
Oh wow, okay, cool.
So that's going to be 3d8.
12 damage. Not 48 damage. Jesus Christ. There we go. You whacked him good. He's gonna attack you now.
Cool.
So he gets 4 claws and 1 bite. Now everything's broken. Really? Sorry for a temporary interruption in service. I'm trying to see if this will fix it.
I think I've got mine working, by the way.
Nope. What the hell happened? I really don't know what happened. Okay. Oh, there it is. Normal. 2, 3, 4, and none of that's gonna hit you, is it?
The
11,
23.
8. Oh, the 23 will hit. Okay. So the 23 will do 6 damage. And then it is going to try and bite you. And miss. So it flails, beating against your armor, and its fists and claws and teeth just mostly bounce off. It gets 1 stray hit in at you. It is Kellick's turn.
Hunter's marked the big bastard.
Okay.
Hello. Apparently it doesn't let me attack either.
Hit the attack thing in the window.
In what window?
In the chat window. See where it says longbow and then attack damage?
Yes.
That's the difference, I think. Cool, 13. That will hit. Oof, that'll do 4 damage. Plus 4 for Hunter's Mark. Second attack. That'll hit. And that does a total of 9 damage. And that, you're starting to wear it down a little bit. 14 will hit. And 11 damage. That Girlon is studded with arrows at this point and not looking too terribly hot. Let's see, so that was your attack, second attack, bonus attack, and Hunter's Mark. So I think...
That's everything. Yep.
Cool. Sebastian, it's your turn proper.
All right, cool. Let's give him the good old trusty spear.
Well, that'll hit. And that will run it through. You bury your spear into it and re-dead that undead Girlon.
Cool. And we'll go ahead and charge this dude. Oh, it's dead?
Yeah, it's
Now
dead.
it's dead.
Sorry. Catching up with my markings.
All right, we're going to charge this guy then.
Okay.
Give him a good ram.
This is a ghoul. An 8 will not hit a ghoul.
That's unfortunate. All right, let's give him my second attack with the spear.
Can you split the attack action between creatures with a movement action?
Yep.
Yes.
You can attack at any point of your movement.
Wow, okay.
Yes, that is one of the nice improvements in Battlefield mobility with 5th edition.
Okay, so you do 10 damage to the ghoul.
And then we're gonna.
That will not hit
That
the ghoul.
will not hit. Okay.
Unknown combatant.
Okay. Fucking headset. Hello?
Hello?
We can hear you.
Weirdness. All my audio
So,
died.
is the unknown combatant the camera?
The unknown combatant.
I am a camera.
I don't have an unknown combatant in the
Right
tree.
after Sebastian? Oh. I see it too.
That's Iku.
Nope.
I see
Iku's
an
after the
unknown
unknown
combatant
combatant.
between me and Iku.
Yep.
I
Nope.
don't see anything.
I don't have one.
Sebastian, then Iku.
Foundry's having a good night tonight. It's Iku's turn. And Iku is up in the turn order on my end.
Yep. That's fine.
So I'd say just move Iku.
Iku is gonna dash.
Okay. Yeah, I don't see it on my end either.
Yeah, I'm seeing your screen and I don't see it on your screen. I see it on mine.
Oh, am I streaming and camera streaming now? That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Didn't even know I could do both at once. Probably shouldn't do that when I load maps. Anyway, so Iku dashes, so does she take a
Okay.
bonus act?
No.
Okay. Ghoul. Which ghoul? That ghoul. How smart are ghouls? Let's see here. He's gonna come 15, 20, 25, 25, 30. He's gonna come around back to try and flank the elk. And he's gonna attack, he's gonna claw the elk.
That's cool. I'm gonna give him a reaction attack as he comes by.
You already reaction attacked the Girlon zombie.
Right, but then my turn came up again.
Yeah, but in this round, you've already used your reaction.
Oh, okay. It starts at the top of the round, not at my initiative.
I
Okay,
would
that's
guess so. I don't know, but I feel like that makes sense to rule it that way.
Yeah, I think that's how it works. I'll look it up real quick.
Cool. If I'm wrong, feel free to correct me, but I'm gonna.
Yeah, I don't know that it matters super much as long as we're consistent.
What's your
But
elk
I don't
AC?
remember what the rules as written are on that.
Nope, it misses the elk. So it manages. Oh wait, it gets advantage. Haha, let's roll again. 21 will definitely hit. And then we will do the damage to the elk. Yeah, 8 damage to the elk.
Nope. It is on at the start of your next turn.
So it starts during your turn? Okay.
When you take a reaction, you can't take another one until the start of your next turn.
So you could take 2 reactions in a round then.
Well, yeah, but you couldn't take a reaction until the next round on your turn. So like, the trigger starts on your turn.
So yeah, it refreshes at the start of your turn.
Yeah, so you would actually have a reaction right now then, because the Girlon zombie went before you went.
But you wouldn't be able to take another reaction until the end of your next, or to the start of your next turn.
Right.
Whatever. Pretty sure you get to try and hit it. You hit. 8. Okay. Well, you didn't kill it. You did give it a good hit, but it's not dead. Your elk is looking pretty rough. It just tore a chunk out of the side of your elk.
Yeah, the elk doesn't have a lot of hit points or a good armor class.
No. So that's good for me to know. It is Teresa's turn.
What I'm gonna do is, since they're still, I'm assuming they're trying to fire. what I will do is I'm going to cast Mage Armor on myself and see if I can get closer. I'm trying to wait for an opportunity to get to the pylon to study. Or study this guy, whatever he's doing.
Okay, so you cast Mage Armor. Where do you move?
I will come here. That's my movement.
Okay. Is Mage Armor an action or a bonus action?
Then action.
Why don't I see? There it is. Don't cast it, just shut. Okay, cool. Anything else?
That's it.
Okay. Skip. Look at that, I threw a skeleton in here.
You got a couple of them.
Not that it can do a whole lot. Oh yeah, I did, didn't I? And the final zombie that is not dead. And... Pow! Damn it, on his turn.
Sweet. Alright. I'm gonna move. Ah, shoot, I'm still stuck on ruler. Take off ruler. How do I do that?
Click on the token button instead of the ruler button. If you just click on your token, it'll drop a ruler anyway.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna move here and strike that gold. Can you see my targeting? No?
No.
Alright. I'm going to strike him with my stick. Not an advantage.
Well, 22 will hit. Wow,
Boom.
that may be the best quarterstaff roll ever, almost.
Then
Yeah, you whack him, but good.
I've moved 25 feet. Then I'm going to move another 15 feet to here. And then strike this one.
Does
That
that provoke an AOP?
It does not. Anytime my boon was anytime I strike something with a melee attack, or anytime I attack something with a melee attack, they don't have
He
attack
gets to
opportunity.
flit about like a little spider monkey.
That's right.
Cool.
Does 13 hit? Sorry.
Yeah, 13 does hit.
Okay. We'll smack him. Max damage.
You killed it.
Score.
You smash your quarterstaff into its skull and just crush it in.
Alright, so that was 40 feet. I'm going to use a bonus action to take more move, to take a dash action. And then my last attack. Oh no, I don't get a last attack since that. Never mind. I don't do that.
I think you were here.
Yeah, that's fine. I was going to move again, but...
I'm just saying that's where you were, so just to keep the...
then I'm going to hide behind Sebastian.
Pew pew. Cool.
Oh, and turn. You
Yeah,
got
I
it.
got it. Okay, let's see here. Oh, hey, he can get up there. Hey, he's gonna get...
You said that one was dead, right?
Yeah, that one's dead.
Okay.
Sorry, let me...
Oh, skeleton. Gotcha.
Yeah, that's a ghoul. There we go. This skeleton is going to shamble up alongside the pylon and attack the elk as soon as I remember how to play Dungeons and Dragons.
Guess I should have stood there, huh?
Well, he gets advantage on this. And wow. Rolled a 2 and a 3, so
Nice.
it's not my day. There we go. So much for that guy. Let's see, which zombie is this? Okay, it's this zombie. He's going to go... and meander over here, because zombies are great at tactical combat. It is Teddy's turn.
Alright, I'm gonna move. Wait, this one right here is dead, right?
No, it's still alive. Or undead.
Oh, thought we killed it. Alright, well I'm gonna go here. Come on, move. Oh, I have the.
So,
Yeah, come on.
you don't need to use the ruler. It'll still pull out a
Got it.
ruler when you try to move.
That's nifty.
That mod is still working.
Okay, I'm going to first cast Emboldening Bond. For, let's see, Sebastian. Can I do it on the elk?
Does it say humanoid or creatures?
And I can choose any number of willing creatures.
I guess if the elk's willing.
I think, I don't, sure, I'm going to say it is. And then, Samaru. So this little section here, I'm going to cast Emboldening Bond. Yeah.
So you're hitting Daminar, Sebastian, and the elk?
Yeah.
So that's +4 to attack rolls, ability checks, or saving throws. You can do it once a turn.
And then as my bonus action, I'm going to move my spirit.
Is that +4 or plus D4?
D4.
D4. And then you have to move it, I guess, it looks like. But can you move my spirit weapon towards this?
Yep.
Thing?
As soon as I remember how to... What did I do? Oh, that's why. There you go. Is that where you
Cool.
want it?
And I'm gonna attack it. So it's /R. You said /R or R/?
/R.
/R. 1d20 +7 to hit. +7.
Nope, let me get back to tokens. Yeah, that'll hit. Just
Okay,
hit
and
it.
then a 1d8 +4 for damage. 1d8. Let's go, come on. A 9.
There you go. Your spiritual weapon annihilates that ghoul in a blast of who's'em whatchamacallit. We'll have to figure out what your spiritual weapon is later. So you moved, acted, bonus acted. I think that's your turn.
Yep, that's my turn. I'll click on this one.
Cool. This bag guy is gonna just keep walking away. It's looking over its shoulder. Its head is actually in the head underneath all the bones is barely moving while it just kind of continues walking slowly down this pathway. It is Kellick's turn.
I'm gonna move over here, use bonus action to Hunter's Mark him.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm gonna attack him.
Uh, 16 will hit for 9 damage. Actually, wait a minute. So the first one, it's 16 hits for, it does... What you doing there, Butto?
Deep throating his mic.
Yeah. So the first hit, the arrows seem to be doing about half the damage you would expect. This guy is resistant to piercing damage.
Get wrecked.
Well, the Hunter's Mark is magic damage.
Oh, so let me do 1 more damage then. Because you did 1 on the first one, and you can always do a minimum of 1, and then 2 on the second one. Okay, there. I think I got that right. Cool.
Okay.
So move action, bonus action. I think that's you.
That would be
Sebastian.
it, my friend.
All right, cool. Let's. I got one bad guy still right next to me, so we're gonna give him a good.
Sorry, no, the one right next to you. Oh, the skeleton? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 27 will hit with a crit. So 10. Did that really get all the damage in there?
Yeah.
Wow.
Apparently.
That's kind of brutal. So a total of 10 damage. That's not quite enough to kill a skeleton.
All right. We'll try it again.
Nope.
Try a bonus action attack.
That will certainly hit. And that will kill it. So you bring the butt of the spear down into the skeleton, and it just kind of collapses into bits.
Cool. And then the elk is going to charge the next skeleton and try to ram it.
Yeah, that'll hit. And I need to do a strength save.
And it gets an extra 2d6 damage. And yes, a strength save.
Okay, well, we'll roll that. Let's see. So 5 plus 7 is 12 damage. So it doesn't. Is that bludgeoning damage?
Uh-huh.
Oh, it does half damage because
Oh,
zombies are resistant to, or skeletons are. Oh wait, they're vulnerable to no, wrong way. You killed it outright. Sorry.
okay, cool.
It's Dunsky. Because they're not vulnerable. They're not words. The words. It's EQ's turn.
Is hurt dead much.
Yarr.
Wed wizards.
The skelly needs a dead marker, too.
Oh, there's still a guy down here.
Yeah, there's another zombie down here.
I don't know that I want to put Iku out in front. But there's not a whole lot she can do, actually.
Can she bless? Although we have the unbolting and bomb.
I mean, she's immune to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing from non-magical weapons, so there is that.
Oh, I missed that immunity.
She's a quaddle. She keeps her immunities even in human form.
Alright, well, sure. She's going to dash out to here.
Okay.
And that's it.
Okay. Teresa, it will be your turn.
Okay, is this thing unconscious?
No, it's Hunter's marked.
Oh, because I saw that it has the unconscious mark on it. Wait, what?
Yeah.
Okay, I will move over, out over to here.
There we go. Marked. Eyeball.
Oh, well, first of all, does it appear like it's trying to run away?
It's been walking away from you guys pretty much the whole fight.
I'm going to fire on it here, so... let us do... Where is it? 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 Oh, it's weird. It doesn't show it. Let me open up my sheet. Okay, I'm going to do Scorching Ray on it. Just second level. And see how it reacts.
Casting it at second level?
Yeah, just second level.
Okay.
So that's the first one.
That
Does
will
that hit?
not hit.
Second one.
A 23 will hit.
Damage for that one.
And it takes the full damage there.
And the third one here.
25 will hit.
Okay. 8 damage.
And it takes the 8 damage. And the blasts kind of zap into it, and it's been watching everyone, and as you come out of the woods, you see it look at you, and it doesn't even move as you blast these rays into it. And it just kind of stares at you as parts of it are burning from your magical fire.
I let Kellic know what it's doing, and in my turn.
Okay, who's
Wait,
still
what?
alive?
Different.
Wait, what is it doing?
That it stopped moving and it started staring at me. And
Okay.
it didn't react to being blasted with fire.
So zombies, not known for being the smartest things in the world, are going to, let's see, I think it's going to attack the elk, because why not? It's the biggest thing in front of it. Oh my god, I think I hit something. Yep, that'll hit the elk. And the slam does damage. 6 damage to the elk. I think your elk's dead.
It disappears and goes back to the celestial plane or whatever. And I don't know, maybe I need to make an acrobatics check or something to not like fall prone.
Yeah, probably, because you're in plate armor. On a... Yeah, you're in plate armor on an elk.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
I'm prone.
You're
Rip.
prone. Thud.
He fell off his horse and broke his neck.
We finally... Now that I have almost nothing left to attack him with, I could totally maybe have a chance at hitting him.
Yep.
Cool, well that was the zombie's turn, because zombie. Diaminar.
Alright, I'm going to move 85 feet to here.
What the fuck?
Monks,
Are you
man.
dashing?
Yeah, I
Are
spend
you-
a bonus action and a key point to dash.
Shapoo!
Zoom zoom. And then I'm going to start smacking on this dude.
Do your fists count as magical weapons now?
Radiant. We talked about that.
Oh, did
Right.
we? Okay.
But I'm still going to hit him with the... the stick of Manbalo is magic
Fantastic.
damage. So... Boom. Boom boom.
Well, that'll hit.
And that's
Or-
magic, not bludgeoning.
Cool.
Magic bludgeoning? I don't know.
Yeah, magic bludgeoning damage, I guess.
It magically bludgeons him.
And then we'll go ahead
In addition
and
to just fucking hitting him in the face.
we'll spend another key point to stunning strike him.
Ooh. I need to make a con save throw?
Con save.
Does this do anything? Nope, that button doesn't do a goddamn thing anymore. Okay. Sure. He gets a 22.
Damn it. Alright, well, I'll just
So
do it
you
again then.
whack it and it just kind of turns and looks at you now.
Yeah, fair enough.
You just see 2 eyes staring out from inside of this weird bone skull mask. The 16 will hit. For 13 magic bludgeoning damage.
Let's go ahead and stunning strike him with second time. See if that works.
Oh, did it? Okay, so he's stunned until the end of your next turn. Okay, fair enough.
I'll take it. Cool. I've got a little bit of movement. I'll run around him
Just cause
just cause.
you're a friggin' monk.
We'll just end there. That's fine.
Cool. Okay. My last zombie, my second to last zombie, is going to approach the prone paladin and attack. Why? Because fuck you, that's why. Because it gets to attack with advantage, so I'm gonna get it off before, and he still misses. Just-
Even if you add them both together.
Yeah, that's it. Okay, cool. Well, that was the zombie. Teddy, it's your turn. Did you fall asleep, Owen? Oh, I see the mouse moving.
So here. Oops, sorry, my bad.
You don't need to use the ruler.
No, I had it on for the spiritual weapon. Come on, I thought I started it. So let's go here. Okay, I will. I mean, how you doing, Sebastian? You look like you're doing fine. Honestly.
I took 1 hit for 6 damage.
Yeah, I mean, you look like you got a lot to go. I'm like, yeah, you're all right. I'm going to cast Sacred Flame. Pull it up. So, let's see.
My god, that's a potted plant.
What are you looking at?
No. I made this map. Apparently, the fern directly north, like there's a fern in between Teresa, Teddy, and the zombie. And if you zoom way in, you can tell it's a potted
yeah.
plant. So there's just some potted plants in this jungle because I fucked that up. Okay, cool.
Oh, it is a potted plant. I was like,
Yep.
Well, are you saying zombies can't do gardening now? Jesus. Okay, just discrimination everywhere then.
Yeah.
By the
Maybe
way, I
it's a hole
can't
in the
see
ground.
Teresa at all.
Yeah, I don't know
can't-
where
you
Teresa
can't
is.
see
I
her?
haven't seen.
I can't see her token. I can't see her in the combat order. That's weird.
Yeah, I decided that the unknown combatant must be Teresa.
Yeah, but
Ah,
that's
Grim
weird.
said she's after Iku, right?
yeah.
Yeah, but it's the same initiative, so we're probably not
Yeah,
accounting
maybe.
for her comparative
Dex.
modifier or something.
Yeah, fair enough.
Okay, Owen, what's up?
Okay, I'm gonna attack this zombie
Yep.
or ghoul or whatever with the Sacred Flame. I'm gonna roll that. Did it roll?
Yeah, no, you don't roll. It's
I roll
Grim
a
has to roll a
dexterity
dex
saving
save.
throw. Okay, sorry, I was reading.
Oh, okay.
I don't know every spell yet. The zombie makes a dex save?
Mm-hmm.
Did you know
Yeah,
that
yeah.
zombies actually have dex as one of their 2 saves?
Not
and it
good
still
enough, though.
failed.
Nice.
So you do 2d8 damage.
Yeah, that proficiency at it counteracts the -2 dex.
Oh, wow, yeah. Who the fuck wrote that? Jesus Christ, wizards. Jesus fucking Christ.
Uh-oh.
What? No,
Slash
slash
R, my
R
bad.
2d8.
Yeah. 2d8.
Although it does have a damage button that you can push. Wow, okay, yep.
Oh, I do see that.
Um, Well, you do the 4 damage.
Yeah. All right,
Ah,
and then
Jesus
bonus.
Christ.
22, we'll take that one.
What the fuck is going on?
And now he disappeared. Sweet. Oh, okay.
Okay, then Ray, can you move my spiritual weapon here because it can only go 20 feet,
Yeah, as soon as I get the token. To here?
and that's yeah, and that'll be well. I think technically, was it there? Was it?
It's one back from that.
Yeah, it has to go back one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, and that'll be my turn.
Which makes it my boy's turn. So Daminar, you're right there. So you're gonna get. It's gonna walk.
It's stunned.
It's not gonna walk.
Oh, that's right. It can't do shit, can it?
I think it can do something.
Oh, I forgot to do the thing that this thing can do. Okay.
Oh, it's incapacitated. Yeah.
Everyone kill it and kill it quickly.
Okay, so I have
Yeah,
to do
before he
something.
gets to use the thing.
Well, I fucked it up, so I'm just gonna make it happen at the beginning of everybody's turn going forward, because I forgot I forgot, which is fine.
It can't move. It's incapacitated and can speak only falteringly.
Cool.
Automatically fails strength and dex. Attack rolls against it have advantage.
So it can move falteringly.
It can speak falteringly.
Oh, but it can't. Okay. Well, it can't
Yeah.
really do anything this turn then.
It doesn't want to speak?
No, it doesn't want to speak.
Oh, okay.
Kellic, when your turn begins, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw. Yay, you passed. It is your turn.
What?
What? Whoa. You're getting right up on it? Whoa.
What?
Silvered short sword.
Is this...
Because his piercing damage doesn't.
Does the silver short sword count as magical?
Well, it can be slashing.
Okay.
I think you said it's resistant to piercing, but.
I definitely said it was resistant to piercing.
So he's trying silvered sword, short
Yeah,
sword.
I'm trying silvered short sword. All right.
Cool. No, I gotcha. I'm sorry. Far be it from me to... So 24
Really
will
high
hit.
to me.
Huh?
I said that looked really high to me.
3 plus 3? Oh, you rolled at advantage, but you get advantage.
Yeah, because I'm flanking.
Well, because it's stunned and you're flanking. Double advantage.
I'm just
Okay,
double checking if silvered counts as magic.
No, it's not magic. It's
It's only if they're...
specifically silvered.
Yeah, okay, cool. So you do 2 damage.
I thought short swords could also do slash. Is that a different system? Yes, that's a different system. Okay.
That's fine. So it does 2 damage, so it's resistant to slashing damage as well.
Piercing. We just did piercing.
Piercing and slashing. Fine, it's resistant
And
to...
silver.
Yes.
And silver.
13 misses. So your short sword kind of bounces off of the bone construct on its head.
I forgot to do the Hunter's Mark roll. Do I get Hunter's Mark for melee?
I think
I
it's any
think.
damage.
I think
I
so.
would think so.
Let me check that. Don't consume spell slot. Whenever you hit it. Yeah. Yeah, Hunter's Mark is melee or ranged. Cool. So your damage was 3 damage from the Hunter's Mark.
Well, it says specifically weapon attack, so if you hit him with a spell or something, it wouldn't go off.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, so move, act. Do you have a bonus act you want to take?
Nope.
Cool. Sebastian. Hold on 1 second before you go.
Okay.
I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Sure, that can be done.
Well, that's a pass. So, fantastic. Carry on as you were.
I spend half my movement to stand up. And then I'm going to attack the one that's to the south of me.
Fair enough. 17 will hit a zombie. And 8 will damage a zombie. And 26 will hit a zombie. And 11 will almost but not kill it. And an 18 will, guess what? That'll kill a zombie. That zombie, you just... And that zombie is now not zombie.
And I'll move around to that side of it with the other one with the rest of my movement.
Cool. I'm assuming that's your turn. Sorry, movement, action, bonus action.
Yes.
EQ needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, right.
Why it's a
I
wisdom
moved
saving throw,
her.
I'm not quite sure, but that's what it is. She fails. EQ is frightened of the creature by Kellic and Daminar. So she has disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls and cannot willingly move closer to that creature.
Oof.
Otherwise, it is her turn.
All right. She's going to move here and use the quarterstaff.
Okay. Pretty sure she should have an 11. So she should have a 14. Because she should have oh no, she should be attacking at normal.
Yeah.
She's flanking.
Well, she has disadvantage and
Disadvantage to
advantage.
attack because of her fear, right? Or is it disadvantage on all attacks?
All attacks.
All
Okay.
attacks. Okay.
Well, I'm
Within
sorry.
line of sight.
Yeah.
While it's within line of sight.
Yeah. So I'm just going to say the 11.
I'm going to go with that probably misses then.
Let's see. This is a zombie. They have an AC of 8. So nope, that'll hit.
Oh, cool. And she's got no reason not to use this versatile. So boom.
So she does, wow, 3 damage?
bludgeoning.
Ouch.
Yeah, three bludgeoning.
Yeah, I did just give her a quarterstaff, didn't I?
Oh.
Yep.
And apparently it's magical, but it doesn't have
A
a
bonus.
magic bonus to hit or damage. It just counts as magical, according to the...
That makes sense. She is a celestial. So anyway, what is she? She's probably a cleric. She should probably have a second melee attack if you want to go ahead at this point.
Okay.
I have not adjusted her, so she should probably have another attack. Yeah, okay, that'll hit. That'll do 6 damage. And then that's move, act. Can bonus act anything?
Nah.
Okay. Teresa, it will be your turn, but I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, all right.
This is as that creature is slowly looking around and locking eyes with people. It is quite unnerving. And you pass. You are good to go.
Okay, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna stay where I am. Actually, yeah, I will stay where I am. No, I'll move. That's better if I move. So I'll come over here. And I'm going to pop it with some Eldritch Blast.
Okay. That'll hit.
And the
For
second one is a 16 hit.
16 hits.
And the 6. 11
Why does it
damage.
do that? Okay. It is not.
What? Sorry, go ahead.
It is not resistant to force damage, which is weird because bludgeoning damage is basically force damage, but that's a whole other issue. What's up?
What is okay? So I'm pretty sure the pylon is not doing anything right now, correct?
Everything is spinning in the energy transfer that you see is happening. Like there's
Okay.
arcane energy flowing from the small pylons into the main pylon.
And this guy is not talking to us, right?
It has not made any attempt to communicate.
Okay.
Also, Teresa, you should have had advantage on those rolls. Just FYI.
Okay.
Sorry, I forgot.
All right, next turn I'll do that. But that is my turn.
Cool. Daminar, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
16.
Oof, just made it. Cool. As you were.
Cool.
Creepy, but not
Let's do
creepy
this.
enough to do anything to you. So an 18 will hit. 13 magic.
13 magic.
Damn. Yeah, that'll hit.
Oh. Okay. And we'll do so 10. We'll go ahead and stunning strike him again.
What's my save?
14.
No, which ability? Con?
Oh, con. Yeah.
Um, take that.
Of course. And then I'm gonna bonus action hit him.
That'll hit. 6 damage.
I can't afford more key, so that's me.
Okay. Hey, my zombie gets to do stuff. EQ looks weaker than the heavily armored tin can. The zombie's gonna attack EQ. And... Nope. Nope. It's not gonna happen. That's fine. These poor zombies. I kind of feel bad for them. It is Teddy's turn.
Okay, so a dash is an action for me, correct?
Yeah, dash
Like a
is an
full
action.
action. Okay, so for my bonus action, I want to use my spiritual weapon on the zombie.
Okay, move it there.
Okay, so
So I think that actually has advantage on this roll because it's technically flanking the zombie.
1d20. How would I throw advantage into this?
So type /RD20 plus whatever, and then there's a little ADV symbol.
Oh, I see. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. And then roll it.
Although, let me see. But you gotta put /R. The slash goes before the R.
1d20 plus
Keep highest.
7.
It's actually
Still only rolled one.
try roll 2d20, keep highest. That's
Okay.
interesting nomenclature.
Whatever works.
3d20.
Or just do it again. Just do it again.
Just
There
roll
you
it.
go, 19, that'll hit.
Okay.
And then the damage
Hmm.
is whatever the damage is on spiritual weapon. 1d8 plus
1d8.
4, did we say?
Yeah, +4.
You did it.
Boom! I'm killing zombies left and right today.
There you go.
Alright. Okay, and then for my action, I'm gonna move 60 feet here. And that will be my turn.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't make a wisdom saving throw, by the way. Did I
You
have
need
to
to
do
make
that?
a wisdom saving throw before you move.
Okay.
Sorry. Thank you for
That's right.
reminding me. You need to do
Yeah.
that.
So do I just click on the wisdom button on my attributes table for this? Or is there a specific saving throw?
Yeah, click on the wisdom button and it should give you options for ability check or saving throw.
Oh, I see. Cool. All right. Normal.
He's
Hey.
fine.
Yeah, that'll work.
All right. And my turn.
Cool. So it is my guy, and he actually gets to attack for once. So let's see here. He is going to attack Daminar because he's fascinated by your ability to stun him. Yeah, and so he's going to claw you a few
Holy
times.
crap. A lot of damage.
So first attack, 16 hit.
17 AC.
Okay. Second attack, that'll hit. And you take 13 damage.
Ow.
As it just slashes a claw across you. And the final attack is a 21
That'll hit.
for 20 damage.
Ouch.
And it is going to move here. Yeah, I think that's as far as it's going to go. Well, let's see. Wait. Everybody in 5e gets one attack of opportunity, right?
Yeah. So
Okay.
Theo gets one.
Yep,
if he
so
moves there.
Oh, Teddy gets one? Ah, never mind. It just holds put. It just kind of stares at you as it has clawed you twice, but its head has not actually moved at all during this process. It just stares at you while clawing you. Kellic, it is your turn.
Now I'm gonna give it a fucking attack of opportunity because I'm gonna leave.
Kellic's like, fuck that noise.
You can just take a disengage. It's your whole action, but you don't get hit.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Yeah, it will take the attack of opportunity just for funsies. How about 23?
Yeah, that hits.
That will do 20 damage.
Jesus.
Yeah.
See, there was one real monster hidden inside all of that bullshit. Anyway.
Well, glad I'm away from it then.
Hunter's Mark is concentration.
I don't think it is.
It keeps saying it is, but it's not.
Yeah, it just pops concentration on any time you cast, I think.
This is the book says concentration up to an hour.
Oh. Okay. That's
Okay, well, how do I roll concentration?
It's a Constitution save.
I think it's DC equal to the damage you took.
It is DC 10 or half the damage you took, whichever is higher.
So it's the
So
same.
10.
So DC.
DC 10.
That's
Yeah. So there you go. Hunter's Mark ends.
Ouch.
Okay, well, I'm gonna bonus action re-engage Hunter's Mark.
I was gonna say, I think I know what's about to happen.
I'm like, okay, cool.
That's what just happened. More like,
Yes. You just get sucker punched for 20 damage.
So you do 4 plus 4 is in total of 8 damage on the first attack.
Nice.
Gotta pay attention to this one. So you do 6 damage on that, and 1 damage, which is just enough to kill it. So your second arrow sinks into it, and it turns, or well, actually, it had already turned around to look at you. You don't need to make another wisdom saving throw. And it just falls to the ground, crumpling, and the weird skull bone thing covering its head bounces off and rolls into the dust in the pathway in front of you. And at that point, I think that was the last enemy, so we're done with combat. And there you go. You guys have cleared the clearing.
Okay.
So do any of them have any of the, what was it, green triangles or whatever that marked the
Yeah, so
undead?
all of them have blue triangles on their forehead, including the creepy newcomer that you hadn't seen before. The pylons, the pylon itself on each side. Oh, I have my camera on now. Let me get my book because I actually drew a picture of this thing. It's in the book. So let's see if I can get this to show if that works out right. So the pylon, the central one, has both the triangle of Raz and Sea that you know of, and it has a maze of. I think you guys have seen this before, but it has a maze of
Yes.
Optao below it, on each facing of the pylon.
Does this look like it was defaced?
Like, is this potentially a structure of power that Rosin C repurposed, or
Yeah, something like that.
Let's see. Where are you, Sebastian? Okay. Carry on.
We were just wondering, does this look like this is an older structure that might have been serving a different intent than controlling zombies?
You really have no idea. Like, the stone is
Huh.
definitely not brand new, but beyond that, you can't tell.
Okay, alrighty. Should I burn a well, detect magic isn't really didn't tell me anything. Um,
School of Magic might help?
I mean, I would guess it's necromancy.
Even if it were repurposed from.
I mean, I would guess so too, but it could in theory have more than one School of Magic if it's got more than one magical thing going on.
Can I throw a rock into it and see what happens?
Do you throw a rock into it and see what happens?
I do throw a rock at it and see what happens.
Does anyone have identify?
The rock bounces off.
Okay.
Is the rock okay?
Which
Is
rock?
the
The one
rock
you
in a
threw?
different
Dwayne,
state?
Dwayne Johnson, is he okay?
Did it phase shift?
Did it phase shift? No, it did not
Is
turn
it
into
like
gas plasma or
okay?
the rock bounced off.
Does anyone have identify?
I don't.
One
I do
sec, I'll
not.
message Gail.
Yeah, where's that Gale character when you need him?
Are there? What can I see about the little the mini pylon?
They're pretty much miniature replicas of the big one.
Do they look in any way newer than the big one?
They look like not. They don't really look any different. Like, they're smaller, but they look otherwise functionally like This whole stone set here pretty much looks like whenever it was built, it all looks like it's the same. His sack, yeah, so Daminar, you look inside that sack and it is full of uh, various limbs and body parts in various degrees of rot.
Okay, I drop it in disgust and step back. That's gross.
Okay.
I poke the mini pylon with my spear.
And it kind of, like, there's the tiniest give, like, because it's floating and slowly
Right.
spinning. So there's a very tiny give, but you don't really do a whole lot to it.
I should have chosen to spell magic. What can I do? I mean, I guess I could do detect magic, but it just kind of tells you what it doesn't do too much. It just tells you what kind of school of magic, but not what its purpose is. That would be identify.
Yes.
Yeah, that's why I don't like detect magic all that much. So what happens if? Okay, so the pylon kind of gave when he poked it with a spear. Wonder what would happen if we were to hit it with magic, or even.
Radiant.
I mean, you could try it with radiant magic. I was thinking more force damage from Eldritch Blast, but you know that could work.
I pray to Dolora, hear nothing, and shoot it with radiant. Ray bolt, whatever it is.
Okay, make an attack roll.
I will back up first.
Smart. 21.
Okay, that'll hit. Make a damage roll.
8 radiant.
So I'm assuming you're attacking the little one closest to you.
That should be a d6. Yeah. Why isn't that a d6? Whatever. 8 damage, fine. Whatever.
It says its damage is a d4.
It's my monk damage.
Add your dexterity modifier and damage rolls. Its damage is radiant and its damage. Oh. I don't know. It's probably too
I'll
complicated.
fix it. It's fine.
So yeah, you do 8 damage to it. You kind of chip and crack the stone, but it's still rotating.
It did.
It has a little bit of wobble in its rotation, though.
Oh, we should do it again.
Do it again.
Is this actually a pile of bones as depicted on the map here?
Yes, there are various bones strewn about this whole area.
Can I tell anything about them?
Yeah, so these bones are mostly humanoid, or at least, well, they're humanoid creatures. Kind of hard to tell which, because a lot of these bones are very old, and are incredibly bleached, as if they have not had flesh on them for some time. Yeah.
Do they look like the bodies decayed here, or that like the bones were relocated here at some point, or what?
I'd say make an
Can I even tell?
investigation check.
Sure.
Daminar, you blow up that other one. So that pylon nearest you, you blow it up. The main pylon, and so as you blow it up, the force lines, or the magical energy lines coming from it, cease. They stop. The main pylon starts to wobble a little bit, but it's still slowly rotating, kind of off axis. Let's see, with a 13, yeah, Sebastian, it doesn't look like they're from here. These look like various bones that weathered kind of naturally elsewhere and were brought here.
Well, Should I put it to vote? Should we destroy the rest of them?
I imagine so. I mean, it looks like we're
Well,
doing something to it.
if it discourages the undead from gathering in numbers in this area, um, if we are able to, then I believe that we should.
All right.
It's less undead that we have to deal with anyway.
I mean, if you want me to roll it, I'll just go around and hit him with
I'm
radiant.
gonna attack the one that's next to me.
You hit it, but it doesn't do anything. You kind of hit it off angle, if that makes sense.
I try again.
Again, your spear just kind of bounces off.
Damn
Yeah,
it!
that one hits. Uh, so you kind of take a chunk out of one of the facings of it, but it is still rotating but wobbling.
Do you want us to roll this destructions, or
Yeah, I think we're
just
basically
gonna
just gonna
hit it
break
until it
them
You're
dies?
just gonna
one at
attack
a
them until they
time.
break. Okay, so
Yeah.
once you finish attacking that second one, you whack it a few more times and finally get the stone to kind of break and fall out of its hold. When you do that, the other two pylons and the main pylon kind of continue spinning for a minute and then lose their balance, and eventually, let's see here. So the two little ones fall. Sebastian, make a dexterity saving throw.
Sure.
Basically, this main pylon starts spinning and wobbling wildly, and we're just making sure that it's a DC 10, just to make sure. Okay, let's see here. This thing's big, so let's
Ow.
say 3d8 bludgeoning damage. So you take 11 bludgeoning damage as it clips you as it falls to the ground. So there you go. And it slams kind of sideways right next to where you were into the ground after using you as a nice break for it. And the pulsing light that was coming out of it dies as all the arcane energy fizzles. And the clearing is filled with the sound of silence. And I think it is just about midnight, and it is midnight, and that's a great place to end. So thank you all, and I'm going to hit
All right.
stop on recording.
Cool.